for joining me on your mats today. Today's class, we're going to be focusing on building the inner fire, so awakening the inner fire within us. That's basically something that gives you the spark, right, to do whatever you want. So sometimes, when you're feeling tired and just low energy and disconnected, so the idea to awaken and activate what we call the Manipura chakra, which is like the solar plexus. It allows you to cleanse the body, right, by building the heat, so losing things up and purifying the body so you can get the energy moving, right? So that's why we want to build heat today and really awaken the core. And building a strong core, it's wonderful for you to protect have a strong spine, do poses safely, improves your posture. So if you spend a lot of time in front of a computer or driving, having a strong core, it's definitely something you want to cultivate. So I hope you guys enjoy. Be ready. It's gonna be super fun, challenging. Do what you can, listen to your body, all right? So we're gonna get started today seated. So with the Manipura chakra, the ribs are also related to that chakra and the digestive system. So like I said, we're gonna be flushing things out, purifying, right, cleansing, and get the energy going. So inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, take a twist to your right. So keep your shoulders over the hips, shift your gaze towards the right shoulder. Press your sits bones on the ground, lengthen through the spine. Use each inhale to lengthen, each exhale to twist a little more. On your next inhalation, stretch your arms up. And then exhale, switch sides. So part of this cleansing process, this purifying, it's also twisting, right? Twisting helps us to wake up the organs and also to release toxins. One more breath here. Good, and then come back to center once again. And then exhale, take your left hand to the floor. Reach your right arm up and over. Now, relax your left shoulder away from your ear. Untuck your chin. And as you reach to your left, make sure your right sit bone is not following you. Keep both sits bones rooting down. Go a little deeper here. And then come back to center. Take a big breath in. Exhale, switch sides. So 3 mindful slow breaths. So we're gonna, get moving right away today. And at any point during, class, if you start to feel too much heat in your body, you're welcome to exhale through your mouth a few times. Go a little deeper. Breathe back to center, inhale. Exhale, fold here. Take a moment to move your head yes and no. Open and close your mouth. Depending, how you're feeling today at this moment. Every time when you step on your mat is gonna be a brand new experience. Your energy level is gonna be different. The quality of your breath will be different. So just take a moment here to notice how you feel right now. Scan your body, scan your mind. Breathe deeply into that low back. And then walk your hands back. And then switch your legs. Bring the opposite shin in front. Inhale, circle the arms. So we're gonna repeat the same thing, but now the legs are crossed and the opposite. And now see if you can be a little bit more active as you twist. So really use that hand to press into the leg. That back hand is helping you to lift the chest, keeping the spine long. Twist a little more. And come back to center, breathing. And breathe out, twist to the other side. Keep drawing your navel towards the spine, the shoulders, keep them away from your ears. Bring awareness to the exhales as well. Try to keep your exhales nice and long. Come back to center. Exhale, left hand comes to the ground. Find something new this time around. So make sure you find a little bit more sensation. Maybe even your forearm comes to the ground if that's available to you. And back to center. And switch sides. Good. So remember, you always want to be able to step a little bit out of your comfort zone, right? When you come to your mat, especially if you do this often, you know your body. So I invite you to be curious about the breath, the body, to sit with sensation even when it's uncomfortable. Good. Back to center. Inhale. And then exhale, fold. That's where when the magic happens, friends. So remember, it's not about pain. It's not about forcing what's not there for you, but it's about being able to explore a little bit more. It's like when you're a little kid, right? If you're crawling, some of us never crawled, you know, but you're like, okay, let me see if I can start walking, you know, and some children, they start running. They want to run after, you know, before they start walking. So don't be afraid. Trust yourself. And today it's about connecting, right, to that inner power, that inner strength that you have already within you. All right. We're going to start our first core block today. We're going to start on our backs. So come to your back first. Take your knees in. Rock a little bit from side to side. And then plant your palms on your knees. Draw a few circles here. Just notice how your low back feels today. And then reverse the direction. Good, and then come back to center. Plant your feet about hip width apart, so not very wide, not as wide as your mat. And then make sure your fingers can reach for your heels. Now we're gonna do a little bit of dynamic movement here. So you're gonna move your hips and your arms at the same time, okay? So extend your arms by the sides of your body. You're gonna inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. So the arms come all the way overhead. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want you to move from your core. So think about leading from your belly button. Press your feet. Inhale slowly. Engage your belly. Start to lift your hips up. Stretch your arms. Feel that front body opening here. Exhale, start to round your spine. Your upper back first, your mid back, your low back comes to the ground as your hands touch down. We're gonna do this 3 more times. Move with your breath. Set a rhythm that serves you right now. So remember, your breath is different than mine. So allow your breath to guide you. Move with intention. We're gonna do one more time, last one here. Very nice. Once you wipe your legs, come back to center. We're gonna lift the hips once again. Now, option to lace the fingers behind your back or to grab the edges of your mat. You're gonna raise your right leg, flex your toes. Now slowly tap your hips down on the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly bring it down. Inhale, lift. Slowly lower down. Very nice. Switch sides. Inhale, lift your hips. Lift your left leg. Exhale, tap your hips down. Inhale, press up. So remember, you want your core to lead here. Move it slow with control. Last one. Very nice. Hug your knees in. Lengthen that tailbone a little bit more. All right, now tabletop your legs. So press through the balls of your feet so your shins are parallel to the ceiling. You always have the option to keep your shoulders down. Otherwise, for a little bit more challenge, you lift your shoulders. Now gaze up towards the ceiling or slightly back. You don't want to crunch your neck here. Option to lace the fingers and create a little hammock. Your elbows are going to be nice and wide here. Your low back is pressing down. Take a breath in. Exhale, tap your right foot on the ground. Bring it back and switch. So try to move again very slow. You should feel your belly activating here. Remember, the moment you start crunching your neck or your jaw, you can always bring your shoulders back down. Keep going. Try not to hold your breath here. We're gonna be here for 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Release your feet to the ground. Give yourself a little belly rub. You can move your legs side to side. All right, we have one more to go on our backs. So again, tabletop the legs once again. Now we're gonna be moving just one leg at a time. You're gonna lift your shoulders, take your arms outside your right leg. You can keep one hand on the floor for a little bit more support. Gaze up. You're gonna, with your inhale, start to extend your left leg up. Slowly hover your left leg. Rebend your knee. Inhale, press up. Exhale, slowly lower down. So it's like you're riding a bicycle, but just moving one leg. So you have 2 more to go. So we're doing 5 total on this side. Move it slow. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bring that leg down. Inhale, rebend your knee, extend your leg up. Exhale, lower and hold here. We're gonna hold for 3 breaths, friends. Stay with me. 1 more. Wake up your toes. And slowly release. All right. If you need to, move the body a little bit and reset. And then we're gonna go right into the other side. So again, your knees over the hips. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Take the arms outside your left leg. All right, inhale. Exhale, hover. Inhale, rebend your knees, stretch your leg. Exhale. 3 more times. Keep going, last one. Hold it here, lift your shoulders an inch higher, relax your neck, your jaw. We have 2 more breaths here. Keep pulling that navel towards the spine. And release. All right, thank yourself for your efforts. Embrace that heat or that shake, whatever it is that's happening to you right now. Start to rock back and forth the length of the spine. And then you're gonna come to all fours whenever you're ready. Move a little bit through a few cat and cows. Just notice as you take your cow pose, you feel that extension through the front body, and then exhale around the spine. All right, hover your knees into a floating tabletop. Make sure your hips are about shoulder height, not too high and not sinking down too much. Now really tone those arms, wake up your arms. Press the earth away from you. You're gonna feel that upper back rounding a little bit. Now keep lifting your sits bones. Bring your belly to touch your legs. Keep bending your knees. And then slowly extend your legs into a downward dog. Paddle your feet. Shake your head yes and no. We're gonna come back into that floating tabletop. So inhale, rebend your knees. Press your palms, keep your neck long. How's your breath? How's your mind? Bring your belly towards your legs. Lift those sits bones. Extend your legs. Downward dog. All right, we're gonna do this one last time. Inhale, come back to your floating tabletop. Bring the belly towards the legs and then extend, downward dog. Take 3 breaths here. This is your opportunity to ground yourself, to find stillness, to check in. Maybe taking the time to ask yourself, what brought me here today? What brought me to my mat? What's my intention? And sometimes it's not so much what we need, right? But what we don't need. So remember, today's your opportunity to burn away, right? The impurities and whatever it is that weighs you down. Start to walk to the top of your mat. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. 2 more times, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Last one. And bow. Grab your elbows with opposite hands. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Let that low back relax, the back of the legs. Press through the feet. Inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring your hands right back down. Take an inhale. Exhale, sit low, chair pose, Utkatasana. Good, so in your Utkatasana, your feet can be hip width or touching. See where you are today. If you're feeling tension on your shoulders, bring the hands to the heart. Now really shift your weight into your heels. Pull your belly in. Make sure you're not arching too much, tilting the pelvis. Think about lengthening. Good. Keep your chest open. And think what it means to you to align your body, right? With awareness, with intention. And then slowly go into a diverse pose, friends. Lift your heels, open your chest. Allow those legs to engage and your core to support you. Enliven the whole body here. Come back into your chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plank your hands. You can stop, jump, you can lower your knees, or come all the way down. Take a cobra or a back bend of your choice. And press up and back, downward facing dog. So remember that because this class in particular is going to be very fiery, right? Very focused on the heat, or tapas, what we call in yoga. If it's, it's about energizing the body, but also notice if it's affecting your breath. And what I mean by that is just really giving yourself permission to rest whenever you need. So sometimes you may need to skip, right? You don't have to flow every single time. Bend your knees, look forward, stack or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale to chair pose. So if you're reaching your arms in front of you or up towards the ceiling, make sure you also engage your arms. Feel those triceps and biceps engaging. One more. And then come to diverse pose. Lift your chest, breathe. One more. Open yourself to create space to new possibilities. Sit low, chair pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out, plant your hands, move like you, stack or jump. Take your flow or don't. Choose a back bend here, a heart opener that feels good, that feels right. So when you come to your mat, is your opportunity to clear space in your physical body, in your mind. So take advantage, be aware, be present, move with attention. So that's how we create our experience, right? Be aware and bring attention to what we are doing. So it's discipline. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Rise. Urvastasana. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. See if you can go a little deeper this time. Make sure you can see all 10 toes. Pull the belly in. Now we're gonna add a little twist here. So the hands can come to the heart center, or you can open your arms. Hook your right elbow outside your left knee. Press the palms firmly. See if you can get your thumbs towards the heart center. Now, take a peek on that right knee. Notice if it's poking forward. If it is, bring your right knee back in line with the left. Good. One more breath. Come back to center, chair pose. Exhale, fold here. Take a breath. Observe. Notice how your body reacts to certain poses. One more. Inhale, sit low, chair pose, hands to the heart center. Hook your left elbow outside your right leg. Try to keep your neck long here. Make sure your head is not hanging. Sit an inch lower. And come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out. Plant your hands. Stack or jump. Move through your flow. Take your back bend. Raise your right leg to the sky. Take your right knee to your right elbow. Bring the shoulders forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take your right foot in between your hands. Now tone your back leg. Raise your right arm to the sky. So once again, we're twisting here. Keep your right knee over your ankle, tone firm up through your back leg. Slowly frame your foot. You're gonna inhale, rise for high lunge. Keep your shoulders over hips, soften the shoulders. Maybe you lift your gaze a little bit to challenge your balance a little bit more. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of movement here, okay? So you're gonna be moving that back leg and the arms at the same time. So take a big breath in. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your back knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your knee. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Final one. All right, bring your hands to your hips, straighten your front leg, slowly start to fold over. That back heel, friends, can either touch the floor or not. So if you wanna hop that back foot a little bit more forward, that's totally fine. Maybe use blocks or books. It depends how, how tight you're feeling today. But just be aware here that you're not transferring tension to the shoulders, the neck, your jaw. Two more breaths here in Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Final one. Step your left foot to meet your right. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Take a space as you inhale. Exhale, step your hands. Plant your hands, a step or jump. We meet in downward dog. Take your time to move through your transitions. Remember that every pose matters. Every pose has its own breath. Raise your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, tap your knee to your left elbow. Reach back. And twist to your right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, plant your foot. We're gonna raise the left arm. Peel the chest open. Slow down your breath. Mindfully frame your foot. On your next inhale, you're gonna come all the way up for your high lunge. Square off the hips. Keep bending through the front knee here. So again, trust yourself, be present, embrace the pose, the challenge, tap into your power, into your fire. That fire gives us our spark, the spark that we need to live a happy, vibrant, fulfilling life. All right, take a big breath in. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your back knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale. 2 more. Last one. All right, take your hands to your hips, straighten your front leg. Let your heart lead the way. Slowly start to fold. Release your hands and adjust your feet if you need. Or if you want, notice if you tend to place your heel down every single time. What does it feel like to maybe explore this pose with your heel not touching the ground? Where do you feel the stretch? Take another 3 more mindful, full, rich inhales through the nose and very slow exhales through the nose. Your right foot comes to meet your left. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, step back to a plank. We're gonna do our little second core block here. So remember, you always have the option to bring your knees to the floor if you need. We're gonna come down to the forearms and then press yourself up again. And come down slow, press yourself up. Do this 2 more times. Now lower down and hold it here. So you're on your forearms, your hips are about shoulder height. Now dip your left hip, so turn your toes to the right. Inhale, center, and to the other side. So do this 2 more times on each side. Don't forget to breathe. Come back to center and slowly lower your hips to the ground into a Sphinx pose. Take 1 more breath here. And then meet me in downward dog. Take your right leg high. Draw your knee to your right elbow, hold. Tap it to your left elbow, and to the right, and to the left. 1 more time each side. Step your foot forward. All right, we did it. I know. I am sweating, friends. Slowly come all the way up. High lunge. Open the front body, find stability here. So remember, alignment gives you a stability. Once you have stability, you're able to actually feel the pose, right? You can relax and breathe slowly. All right, we're gonna open twist to the right. Flip your left palm, reach up and back. 1 more breath. And reach your arms up. All right, so we're gonna do dynamic movement here. Move at your own pace. You're gonna take a big breath in. Exhale, Draw your knee towards your chest. Slowly back to your high lunge. Exhale. And back to high lunge. 2 more times. Move with your breath. Last one. Come back to your high lunge. Pause here. Straighten your front leg. Slowly fold. So we were here not too long ago. How can you get a little deeper in this shape? I like to flex my front foot and curl the toes, square off the hips. Let the torso drape, melt over that front leg. Think of this pose as your resting pose after the very active moves that we just did. Transfer the weight towards your right foot. Raise your left leg about hip height. So we are in a standing splits here. No tension at all, no crunching on your neck. Relax your jaw. We're gonna add a little bit of core here as well, surprise. Take your left knee towards your forehead, so you're bending your right knee as well. Round your spine, inhale, reach. Take your knee to your nose or forehead. 2 more. And then slowly step back. Find plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale to flow. We meet in downward dog. Let's take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Again, breathe in. Exhale. Take your left leg high. Draw your knee to your left elbow. Take to the right and to the left. 2 more times each side. Step your foot forward. Take your time, wake up your legs. Rise, high lunge. Fully arrive. Reconnect to intention, to breath. Take another inhale. Exhale, open twist to your left. Flip your right palm, reach up and back. So as you reach up and back, make sure you're not giving up on your legs. Keep bending the left knee. Come back to center. All right, so we're gonna draw that back knee towards the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale. Right knee comes to the chest. Step back, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Feel that belly doing the work for you. Good, and then find your high lunge, straighten your front leg, and slowly fold. Find your Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. 3 very mindful, rich, cleansing breaths. Find stillness here. Find that quiet space within yourself. Try not to step into the future. Stay in the present moment, even though you know what's coming next.
So the weight transfer towards that left foot, find standing splits. So gaze back, see if you can look at those back toes. They should be pointing towards the floor. Now take a big breath in. Exhale, take your knee to your nose. Inhale, reach. Knee to nose. Last one. Back to that standing split. So step your right foot back, step your left foot back. You're gonna do one more core work here, friends. So you're gonna come down to your forearms. Option to just stay here, that's totally fine. You do you, right? Honor yourself. Otherwise, tone the belly, the legs. You're gonna extend your left arm in front of you, tap your hand on the floor, and then the right. So it's a very simple movement, but it's very hard. So you are working on that extension of the center core. And then find that forearm plank again. Now start to walk the legs, the feet forward, coming into dolphin. Two more breaths here. Press those forearms, relax your neck. And release, child's pose. Take your arms by the sides of your body, relax the shoulders. Breathe in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more time. All right, very nice. So let's work on a little back bend now. So we're gonna do a half camel pose. You can always use a prop if you want. So from sitting on your heels, you're gonna bring your hands behind you. So this is also a very nice ankle stretch. I know it may be uncomfortable for some of you. So your palms are on the floor behind you, you're sitting on your heels, and then you just start to lift your chest. So think about arching the spine and wrapping the shoulders back and down. Your gaze can be towards the ceiling, or you can start to shift the gaze back. Good, and then slowly walk the hands. Come back here to sit on your heels. Maybe you just stay here for one breath, or you can take a child's pose. Breathe deeply through the back body. All right, one more. You can stick with the very first variation, or you can add a little bit more this time. So yogi's choice to do supported with the hands at the sacrum. I like to keep my toes tucked under, or if you know you have the flexibility and you want to take your hands to your heels, you can also do that. A good way to prep into doing both hands is to sit on your heel, grab one heel, press your hips forward, take one arm overhead, and then sit back on your heels and switch sides. So you can do this two to three times on each side. Find a rhythm here. Think as if you're dancing. Make it fluid. And then if you feel nice and open, you can take one hand to each heel. and go into a full expression of camel pose, Ustrasana. Or keep your hands at the low back, at the small of your back, with the fingers pointing down. Press the hips forward. Pull the belly in. And allow the chest to lead the way. Sit on your heels. Neutralize the spine. You may stay here or find child's pose. You can rest your forehead on the floor or a block. If you need a little bit more of a stretch in your low back, bring your knees to touch. Very nice. All right, my friends. Let's cool down a little bit, shall we? So now we're moving into more of the, what we call the yin part of the class, which is the more cooling, very passive and very, relaxing poses. And both are great, right? But sometimes I feel like we all need that fire, that heat to like wake us up, right? Shake things up a little bit. So because we did lots of core today, I really want to focus on releasing the low back, right? So sit nice and tall, and remember, you can always bend your knee as much as you need and then work your way all the way to extending the legs. So square your shoulders over your right leg, wake up your toes, take an inhale, and then exhale, start to walk the hands forward. The moment you notice your spine rounding, you want to pause there. Keep that chest reaching forward. Bring awareness back to the breath. Take 2 more here and see if you can go a little deeper. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. Last one. All right, from here, just start to open the rib cage. Take your right forearm inside your leg. Now raise your left arm towards the ceiling. First, just open the chest. So you're pressing that forearm into the leg. Now reach your arm over your ear. So find that side stretch here from your left hip bone all the way to the fingertips. One more. Lead with your left hand. Now plant your palm on the floor. Lift your hips for a side stretch here for the supported side plank, but focusing on extending your right arm here. So you're adding that side stretch. Good. One more breath. And slowly release. Let's switch sides. Extend your left leg, bend your right knee. Good. Square off the shoulders. Lift the heart. Take an inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands just as far as your body, your spine allows you to. Remember, sometimes that tightness in your low back and your hamstrings will definitely make it a little bit more difficult, right? A little bit more challenging for you to be able to fold and release. And I hear a lot from students that, oh, my low back is so tight, when in fact, sometimes it's your hamstring that is very tight. So just notice now, where do you feel the stretch? Where do you feel the most sensation? And then use your breath to help you. You can even visualize, right, the breath moving through the body, allowing you to soften a bit more, to release. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, fold a little bit more. Walk the hands back slowly. Take your left forearm inside your shin. And again, if you're having a hard time to bring it down, you can place your forearm or hand on the floor, but work towards opening, rotating that rib cage. Reach your right hand up, and then bring your arm over your ear. I feel that we always can use some side stretches. If you spend a lot of time sitting in front of a computer or driving, you definitely want to at least once or twice a week take the time and open that side body a little bit more. Final one, breathe in. Stay for your exhale. Lead with your hand, plant your palm on the ground, and lift your hips. Breathe from the outer ankle all the way to the fingertips. And then come all the way down. All right, friends. Extend both legs. Before we fold once again, let's twist one more time. So rock the hips back a little bit. Keep your left leg straight, cross your right leg over. Make sure you have roughly ankle to knee alignment here. Now hook your left elbow outside your leg. So left leg straight, bend your right knee, hook your left elbow, right hand behind your back. So as you press your left elbow on your right leg, start to shift your gaze past your right shoulder. Twist a little more, grow a little bit taller. And slowly release. Keep your right leg straight, cross your left leg over. Take your left hand behind you, raise your right arm to the sky, and twist. Keep your feet active as well. So that left big toe presses down on the ground and your right toes, they curl towards the shin. Big breath in, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little more. Final one, breathe in. And breathe out. Slowly release. All right. Feet hip width apart, rock the hips back even more. Again, feel free to soften your knees. Inhale, reach your arms up, relax the shoulders. Exhale, fold for Paschimottanasana. We have 5 breaths. Maybe add a little count to your breath here. So think about inhaling for 2, 3, 4. Pause briefly at the top. Exhale for 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do this at your own pace. walk your hands back towards you. Come all the way down to your back. Extend your left leg on the ground, hug your right knee in. So think about your knee coming more towards your armpit. So it's slightly to the side. Create a little compression here into your right hip joint. And then take a half happy baby. You can grab your shin, ankle, or the outer edge of your foot. Keep your shoulder blades on the ground, your neck is long. One more time. And release. Switch sides. Bend your left knee, extend your right leg. Hug in a little bit more. And then take that half happy baby. See if you can use your exhales to go a little deeper into the shape. So think about breathing. Exhale, draw that knee a little bit closer to the floor. And then take a full happy baby, friends. Keep your knees nice and wide, and the soles of your feet, they're parallel to the ceiling. So think as if you're pressing the ceiling away from you, but you're drawing those knees closer to the floor. Reach that tailbone towards the top of your mat. Notice, where do you feel this pose? Is it the back of your legs, like at the hamstrings, the belly of the hamstring, or more into the groins and hips? Let's take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. One more time, inhale. Audible exhale. Hug your knees in. You can rock a little bit if you want. Again, notice if there's anything left in that low back. And then hug your knees in. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Curl into a tight little ball. And release for Shavasana. Extend your legs as wide as your mat. Adjust your shoulders, your hips. Let your feet splay out to the sides. Now is your opportunity to surrender, to let go, to just receive. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you like.
If you're ready to move on with your day, start to deepen your breath, your awareness, as you invite small movements back into your fingers, your toes, perhaps gently moving your head from side to side, and then making your way to a seated position. Sit tall, close your eyes or find a soft gaze. Bring your hands to the heart center, and as always, express honest gratitude towards yourself, towards your body for being so capable and strong, for being your vehicle, right, for your journey. So yes, continue to show up for yourself so you may clear space in your mind and your physical body and reconnect to the essence, your true essence of who you are. Thank you so much for joining me on your mats. From my heart to yours, namaste.